My name is Josh Richter, and this is Still Shot.
Hey, what's up, guys? So today we're doing a Still Shot episode with Cade Harper. He is one of the owners of Paper City Coffee. He's also one of the owners of The Page, which they do it's like a bar, but they do like fancy drinks. Like, I'm pretty sure they got like beer and stuff there too, but they have like coffee martinis and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, they cook their own beans, or I don't know the proper term for it. I don't know. They make their own coffee. So we're going to head over there and he's going to show us around. I'll tell you guys how I met him later on. It's a cool little story about how I met him, and then we'll do some photos and everything. But we're running behind, so I want to make sure we get there on time. It's right now we're parked in front of our studio. So we're gonna try to haul ass there real quick. Don't get hit. But it makes me nervous because I don't want to be late. You know, I don't want to make a bad impression or anything. Super nice dude, so I don't want to spoil anything, you know. So I'm just hoping we get there on time. All right, we're here. This is a cool little spot. Getting back here and not having to.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, and 4 days a week, this is the conference room. This goes right in the middle, and I unhook that and get it out of the way, and people reserve the space.
I love it.
For 2 days a week, I have this room to myself. But even still, like, I wish that I could have a dedicated building.
Facility on the outside.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah.
That's in like the 5-year plan. So I've owned it for about 1.5 years now. So
Hell yeah.
It opened in 2016, and my wife was one of the first baristas here back in 2016 when we were in college. And then we moved away. We lived out of state for several years, and the plan was kind of always, wherever we end up, we wanted to settle down and open a coffee shop. I was in the Navy, so I had no idea where I might end up. Found out we were pregnant right as I was getting out of the Navy.
Yeah.
I was actually on like my terminal leave, I took vacation for the rest of my contract, so I was able to move home. And we had our daughter while I was still in the Navy, but
Where
no
were you
longer
at?
working. Over at Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
Right outside of DC.
Yeah.
So we ended up moving back and settling down here, and like, well, we can't open a coffee shop. Yeah.
Okay.
I went to Adena.
Got you.
So, and my wife went to Uniota, so
yeah.
I grew up on Vine Street.
Okay.
Right over the way. So yeah, we moved back here, and we're like, we can't open another Paper City in Chillicothe. Like, the coffee market's already saturated, so we kind of let that dream go away. My wife's a dental hygienist, so she started working dental hygiene, and I worked construction for about 1 year and then got into teaching. I was a middle school math teacher for a couple years. And then this opportunity came up, and it was funny. We were actually in the hospital with our son, our second kid, when we saw the opportunity come up, and I sent a message to my wife like, hey, would you be interested in this at all?
Yeah.
And then my brother texted me and was like, hey, how interested in this would you guys be? So then, long story short, the 4 of us are partners, me and my wife, my brother and his wife.
That's so sick.
All 4 of us, so.
That was a wild ass.
Bless you.
How long were you in the Navy?
So I was in the Navy 4 years.
Did the 4 years?
I graduated from college and left. I graduated from college, got married 6 days later, and then a month later left for boot camp. So me and my wife's first year of marriage was me living in Chicago and San Diego and then Pensacola, and she had a year left of school before she graduated, and then she graduated and moved down to Florida with me.
Same.
A couple months later, we ended up in Baltimore. See, we made it to Baltimore September of 19, and then COVID hit.
Yeah, dude.
It's like 4 months later, 5 months later. And nobody loved COVID more than DC, Maryland, Virginia, like that area. They loved COVID, so we couldn't do anything.
You couldn't do shit. Yeah.
Not a thing. So it would have been a great place to be had it not been for COVID and being locked in the house. But while we were locked in, roasting coffee was my COVID hobby.
Oh,
That's
really?
where I learned how to roast. I got a tiny 100-gram roaster. So 1/10 of a kilogram. And I'd buy green beans on Amazon, and just Maggie and I would roast them. She had the barista background from working here in college, and I always thought she was crazy for spending $4 or $5 on a cup of coffee anytime we went anywhere.
Yeah.
And then she sucked me in, and that was my stimulus check money. Was my roaster, my personal roaster. And I still use it to sample roast, like when I get a
like at home brew kind of stuff.
Yep.
That's sick, dude. I had no idea that there's so much to it. You know what I mean? Like anything, like beer too. Like I had a buddy that has,
similar.
Dude. Like I had a buddy that opened up a brewery in Jackson, and I went over one time whenever they were like getting things ready, like just basically doing like you said, like the home thing, just to kind of like test stuff out, and like even that was so extensive. Like I'm like, dude, I thought it just like you just squeeze something. I had no idea. Hell, I didn't know.
Wish it was that easy.
Yeah, because I always heard the term of people like roasting their stuff, and I always thought it was just very like, oh, we put it in the oven, and you know what I mean. We pull them out, cool them off, and just dump it. I didn't know that there's like a literal like entire thing about it. Our buddies that play in a different band, we actually share a member. They are super into coffee. They're like straight edge dudes, so like that's their thing. You know what I mean? It's like they don't drink or do anything, so their thing is coffee. And we were in the studio in New Jersey, and our drummer, who's also in that band, was doing these different like, not even like, it was just different ways of like pouring and different stuff like that. And I didn't know that changed either. He had like certain beans that he uses, and I tried what's the thing? It's like the glass tube.
Chemex.
Yeah. And I was like, this is awesome. And I was like, because in my head I'm like, it's all that's bullshit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's just coffee, and I tasted it like he did too. Yeah. We're sitting there and I'm like, God damn it, dude. Like, am I going to get into this now? Because that tastes awesome. Yeah. Like, it's a different feeling too. But that's the thing is, there's a thing where I noticed too is, since drinking trash coffee my whole life, I started drinking coffee when I was in the 4th grade, because I would hang out with my grandma and my mom. I'd stay home from school, and my grandma lived next door to us. And my grandma was like a black coffee drinker. Like I tried it once. Like they like joking like, hey, let's give Joshy coffee kind of thing. And I liked it. And I legit have drank coffee like for a super long time, but it was always just like coffee. It was never anything like this. And then whenever I tried certain things that people were giving me, I'm like, okay, this is different. It's weird. There is a weird thing that there's certain caffeine and certain things that different good coffee has, that you don't have that weird crash. You don't have like this, that weird like buzz feeling, like whenever you drink coffee and you kind of just like like you
gas
feel
station coffee. Yeah, that's what I need on road trips.
Oh yeah, dude.
There's as much of a coffee snob as I am, drinking good coffee that I have sweat equity in. Yeah. I'm on a road trip or something. I need some gas station coffee.
Oh yeah, for sure. Speedway coffee all day. Sure. Yeah.
But it's funny you say your grandma got you started. My grandma got me started. One of my fondest memories growing up was sitting on my grandma's porch in the morning. She was smoking her Barclays and drinking a cup of coffee, and I was drinking coffee right alongside her. And similar story. I've been drinking coffee ever since.
Yeah. But that's wild, man, because that's
coffee.
Yeah. It is a thing. You know what I mean? It's a cool little shared experience. Yeah. As corny as that sounds, but it's like a lot of my I remember my grandma because of that. And it's funny because it's such a white trash thing to give a child a cup of coffee. You know what I mean? But like, there's a romantic side of that where it's like, that was one of my memories of my grandma. And I was close to my grandma, super close to my grandma. So it's a cool little thing. That's cool. That fucking rules. Yeah.
If you were to have a crappy cup of coffee, right? You'd think of it. Yeah. It's one of those things where you hear a song and it takes you back to 100%. A specific place and time. Yeah.
100%. And it's good stuff, man. That's the good part of the coffee is that, you know what I mean?
For sure.
That's cool. That's very cool.
I've had lyrics of a song for so long, just in my notes, called Gas Station Coffee.
I love it.
That I haven't put it to music yet, but it's in there. It's in the back of my mind. So
There's a lot of that I noticed with I have a coffee cup tattoo, and I'm not, like I said, like I'm not like a coffee, like I've had it forever.
Yeah.
And there's stuff like that too, because like I worked for my mom for a long time, and she ran a daycare, and so I would go there, and I had to go early, and I would drink coffee with my mom before the kids came, kind of thing. So coffee seemed to always have a little place in like that little connective tissue between me and friends. Going to high school, stopping at J.R. Valentine's, you remember that place?
Yeah.
Drinking straight coffee before school because we thought we were, you know, like we're gonna get coffee. We're 16 years old, like let's go get coffee because J.R. Valentine.
Yeah.
People were in the corner just smoking cigarettes and shit. That's sick, dude. I love it.
Too funny.
Get them working on that song. We're recording that.
All right, sounds good.
We'll do that live. That's awesome. That made me happy. That's sick, dude. That's a really cool thing. That's crazy, dude.
You can, I might be able to see them. You'll see the coils heat up in there. They're on the other side of this pan. This just catches the chaff, and this is where, not that I have fires often, but when I do, that's where it is.
What do you do when it
catches on fire?
You just
I just open the door and
shut the door and run out real quick and pretend you didn't do it. Like somebody else.
Yeah. But yeah, the coils heat up in there, and it just looks like an electric stove when you turn it on, and they get bright red.
Yeah.
And then I can kind of see when they're red through that window too.
Gotcha.
And then back here is just a fan that you saw me hitting this button here, exhaust fan speed. That's just a way for me to control temperature. I can control, like you have a dial on an electric stove.
Yeah.
You can control with the dial how hot it is. Well, that's this button all the way from.
Do you think this stuff was an aesthetic choice that they made, like how the buds are protruding? And
I like to think so, because
it looks like you're in a spaceship.
Yeah.
It looks like you're goddamn NASA over here.
And there's nothing I love more than a good tactile button.
Oh my God, dude. I'll push all kinds of buttons if I had the opportunity to.
So,
I mean, I'd be launching nukes left and right. They wouldn't be able to do nothing with me.
Give me the codes.
Yeah, just give me the code and a button. I'll do whatever. Because it's like that with cameras too. Like when I pick up a camera and I know it's like a solid piece of metal, it's like that's a machine. Like, you know what I mean? Like the mechanical of all of it. Because I primarily was a film photographer for like a decade. For a long time, that was mainly what I did.
Yeah.
And I used to have this camera. It was a medium format camera, and it was called a Pentax 6.7. And it was like a big football-sized camera. Dude, this thing was a huge thing. And the negatives were like this big. But when you hear that shutter-cock and you feel it. Like you're taking a picture, you know?
Well, it beats the heck out of teaching middle schoolers.
Yeah, I believe it.
That was a tough job. That's the hardest job I ever had.
I believe it, man.
So
I didn't teach any of the kids when I worked at that daycare, but man, it killed my ass, that's for sure. I love kids, but whew,
I love my kids.
Yeah.
I love my kids.
Yeah, I get it. Trust me, I understand. Yeah, man. So thanks for everybody for. Hold on. I just want to say thanks to everybody, Cade, his wife, everybody that was involved, for giving us permission to come in and film the laboratory. The making of that coffee that they do, the coffee beans, the roasting, and all that. It's a process that I didn't even know existed. Like I said in the video, I know that they did something with the beans. I just didn't know that there were it's that extensive. I didn't know that it went to that level. Cade's awesome. I met Cade when a mutual buddy brought him on to one of the music open mics that I was hosting at the bar I work at. And I had no idea that he was one of the owners of Paper City and The Page. So, just getting to talking to him and him being so down to do all this cool creative stuff it's awesome. And I feel like I know the guy so much more just by doing this one little video, with the shared experiences we had with the stories of coffee, with our grandma and just little stuff like that. And finding out little things. He knows people in our family, and he actually just little things like that. And it's a super cool thing, man. Just peeling back those layers of this small town kind of thing. Very excited how this video came out. Very happy, very humbled by it. It was good. It was good stuff, man. So big shout out to Cade, super talented musician. I'll be doing more stuff with him. He has other endeavors, so I definitely will be doing more stuff with that guy. He's the man. So thanks to everybody involved. Thanks to Paper City. Thanks to Cade. Thanks to his wife. I'll throw a couple photos I took of him and his wife together. They're adorable. So they're funny. They're awesome. Good kids, man. So thank you guys for checking it out, and I'll see you on the next video, I guess.
Lying, I can tell you've been lying. You stopped feeling remorse when the rose petals died, don't deny it. And sorry, it's too late for your sorry. Could you measure the debt of our wasted time, honestly? Won't stay long. Yeah, I'm waiting on the dandelion wind. Scatter me with the breeze where I'm safe from the aim of your sins. Dreaming about how it should have been. You said mama's ring was too small, that should have been a hint. Tomorrow, wonder where I'll be tomorrow. God only knows how much time I've got left to borrow. Won't stay long. Yeah, I'm waiting on the dandelion wind. Scatter me with the breeze where I'm safe from the aim of your sin. Leaving, yeah, I'm finally leaving. Put the wind on my back and these tires on the track, yeah, I mean it. Let me cruise west on 70. Elbow out the window and the crack in the windshield taunting me. Watch me swerve, remembering what used to be. Music to my ears when I hear them rumble strips hum. Won't stay long. I'm waiting on dandelion wind. Scatter me with the breeze where I'm safe from the aim of your